Hello everyone and welcome. My name's Billy. I did that so wrong. I have to do it again. Oh. Hello everyone, my name's Billy and welcome back to another video. Now today I'm joined with Jack once again to go through what I think and what we think is one of the worst years of WWE in its history, at least the last 20 years. We're going to just go through the year, not as like a year in review, but sort of go through months and sort of talk about the big things that happened this year, and what we think is the issue at the moment, and what we could do to maybe change it, and it might be better under our wings. I think we'll kick off with January, which obviously we saw the Royal Rumble. I think the big decision was Jey Uso winning. But I don't know if you saw any signs in that January period that you thought maybe there is an issue.
You're lagging on my... So I don't want
Am I?
You're lagging.
Can you hear me?
You're lagging so much for me.
Oh, really?
Right now, that's really delayed. Like, you was talking and you weren't even moving because the audio was behind.
Oh. I would just say my internet connection is unstable. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you, but it's just it went really silent. You was moving, no audio was cutting, and when you stopped, it's playing the audio.
Okay. Can you hear me good now?
I can hear you good now, yeah.
Right. Did you hear my question? Probably not, right?
Not really, no, it went silent.
I'll say it again. In January, we saw Jey Uso win the Rumble. But is there anything in January that you saw that you actually thought maybe this is going downhill already?
Yeah, I would look at the Netflix debut.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
So there was a lot of hype for that show. I think there's a couple of things that people were expecting that didn't go exactly how they wanted it to go. So, for example, The Rock. I think The Rock was The Rock appearance. So everyone was thinking that it was going to be the Rock character for sort of building up to WrestleMania, but obviously it was more of a PR. It was Dwayne Johnson rather than the final boss, The Rock.
Yeah.
So obviously he completely endorsed Cody Rhodes as the face of the company, even though literally 3 months prior to that, he came back at Bad Blood and did some kind of symbol to Cody Rhodes, and he beat up Cody Rhodes a year prior to that.
Yeah.
So it didn't make much sense. And then people were thinking, well, maybe he might go for Roman Reigns. But then also you saw in the Tribal Combat match, I think was it with Solo Sikoa and Roman Reigns, he put the Ulafala around him.
Yeah.
So that was a bit of a... I think for me that was sort of like a... it's not exactly how...
Yeah.
I'm not concerned, but it's a bit some odd signs there. So people thinking maybe The Rock's not going to be at WrestleMania. Yeah. Got to the Rumble, and I thought Jey winning was the right decision. I thought, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I think his hype and momentum was there.
Was at the peak.
And and a lot of people were thinking, right, this is Jey's time to shine. So I thought from January and the first sort of maybe month in January, February, nothing too overly concerning. It wasn't amazing, but there's nothing like
that different.
Yeah.
No, I agree. I do think, because I remember at the time, you didn't mind the actual episode of Raw itself. You just didn't like the Rock bit. Well, I didn't really like the episode because I felt like there was so much bullshitting to the Netflix guys, because obviously it was the premiere and it was all that shit, but the actual show I didn't think was that good. I thought Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley was a bit rushed. The main event was good, but the action inside it was good, but I just think that there was enough. There was so much stuffing that was not needed, like with all the celebrities, which also the celebrities being around the ring was a big thing to come later in the year when we realised that was actually not just for that show, it was going to be fucking forever. And every episode you see of WWE television was always going to be celebrities, which puts people off anyway. Yeah, I agree. The Jey Uso decision I liked. It was just, I don't know, January didn't really have major hints of this company's going to be in the shitter 5 months down the line from that point, but you just felt like there was some odd moments, like The Rock completely killing off his character for one episode for no reason. Also, that Rock this year, I know I'm going off on one, but he was so weird. He went to NXT and did a batshit promo that no one could understand. He did a promo on SmackDown that was so crazy to Cody that no one could understand what he meant. The Elimination Chamber promo was very okay. Him this year has been so odd, and then just fucking disappeared for WrestleMania. Nope, see you later.
See, think for The Rock, you can't dip in out. You
You
either dipping
can't.
in fully, or you're dipping out fully, and he was trying to do
Yeah,
both, and eventually he had to dip out. So it's a shame, really, because I feel like he was trying to do both, but
yeah,
he should have just never done anything really this
no,
year. Just, so I feel like in October last year when he was the Bad Blood, I think he was in dipping in
yeah,
for this year.
yeah,
Obviously, things have come up and he's dip out, but I think that didn't help
no,
the progression of the company
no.
to the start of this year.
No, I agree. Yeah, so yeah, it was a very weird year for him. February again. I can't quite remember what even happened in February. I'll be honest. I don't know. Was that
Mm,
was Chamber in March?
Chambers in a March,
Was it
start of
March? Yeah,
March.
it wasn't in February, so there wasn't really much to write about in February either.
February was just about the Cody selling his soul type thing.
Yeah, and again, that was weird. The promo was so off-putting from The Rock that you just couldn't understand him.
No.
But yeah, February didn't really have major like hints, and then we get to March, which is probably the best segment of the year.
Yeah.
With obviously John Cena's heel turn. I think the actual match was really good as well. But obviously the heel turn happens, Cena turns heel, and actually, fucking Travis Scott being there is a travesty now. Even travesty then, but it was looking good. You know, John Cena's heel turn, that's crazy. No one really thinks it's going to happen, especially not in his final year. It's good, looking alright, you know. It's looking good, I think.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Could be worse at the moment. It's like last year was not that different to that year, that month, those 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
And then I feel the year's just gone slowly and slowly worse every month that it's gone on. I don't know if you agree. Yeah.
No, yeah, I agree. So from the chamber, so from the start of March the 1st, that was a great. It was a good show. But this is where my ultimate problem was: why are they doing a stadium show for Elimination Chamber? Again, it just seemed a bit.
Yeah.
We're trying to make every single period feel like WrestleMania, and I'm definitely like that idea. I think the heel turn was great. The segment was fantastic, and everyone assumed that okay, The Rock's definitely come back involved now.
Yeah.
He's definitely come back involved. So, it's gonna be Cody Rhodes, The Rock, Cena, that trio of an angle for WrestleMania. And again, Travis Scott. I don't know why he was there for. I don't understand his celebrities. I think it's a terrible thing to do. Celebrity.
I agree.
We know because for PR.
Yeah,
and for around the country, but
yeah,
you could tell. I looked at Travis Scott and thought, he's in it for the moment, but I don't think he had the backbone to do it for the hard graft and learning the craft of wrestling. He wouldn't do it.
No.
So from March to I'd say about. I think during March, people were thinking like, where's The Rock going to be? Because that's when we went to the European tour, and obviously we saw Cena live.
Yes, we did. Yeah.
Raw, and that Raw after, I think it was about 2 weeks after, and the chamber they're in Belgium.
Brussels, yeah.
Segment. And that was a great big pop.
Yeah.
From there, I thought the way his promo was, it was more like to the fans rather than
to Rock.
Him selling out to
Rock, Cody. Yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't see him a bit right, and obviously. They were saying, the fans made him turn on. The fans made him turn bad and say, "What? I'm fine doing it for myself," type thing. I was a bit like, okay then. And then I thought, okay, maybe The Rock might come out the following week.
Yeah.
Was it Scotland? Never came out.
No.
Then we went to London the week after. And there was no sign of it. And then I thought, okay, it's just basically gonna be Cody Rock doing the same promo segment. It's a bit physical. But I remember saying to you, they could do the same thing again.
Just the same promo, yeah.
And that was a little bit like, And then I think during that entire WrestleMania season, it didn't fit WrestleMania because people were saying to him, I remember that chamber, it's like, what do you say? Does it fit WrestleMania now? And in that press conference, do you remember that?
I do, yeah.
Yeah, because I think there's a lot of people critiquing that it just didn't feel like a WrestleMania.
The build was no, didn't feel like it at all.
The build and the matches they had planned up didn't feel like WrestleMania-esque type matches. So, obviously then through to March, to early April, it was kind of like the same. Nothing was taking off.
Yeah.
Obviously we were seeing all the branding. I think was ramping up, like the constant advertisements. The thing which I can't stand. I can't stand the adverts in the ring. It ruins it. The sponsorship matches.
Slim Jim on the table.
As well. Yeah. So then, obviously, we get to April. Wasn't WrestleMania, wasn't it?
Yeah. WrestleMania. It's so weird because when you look back at it, Night 1 was pretty bad apart from the main event. Night 2 was pretty
Yeah.
good apart from the main event.
Yeah, it's got
It's like
whatever.
yeah, and Cody and Cena put on a stink fest. And I remember because we watched it in the same room together, we watched it live, and I remember saying to you, as soon as Cena took the first bump, I thought, oh fuck, that looked rough, and didn't get any better from there.
No, I think for night 1 was pretty mediocre. The main event was great.
Main event was good.
I did say to you, Paul Tell on both of them.
Yeah.
I thought it seemed a bit obvious. That was a great ending to the show, and also put a lot of pressure on night 2.
Night 2, which I think
Main
overall,
event.
yeah, the main event. I was going to say the night overall delivered for me, apart from the main event, which
Yeah.
made the whole night not non-existent because no one cared after that.
No, because if you look at that night 2 match, Cena wasn't. I think that's his first proper match.
It was, yeah, singles, yeah.
Match. So a bit rusty and a bit not great.
Yeah.
So and then obviously Travis Scott's pretty kid. We all thought, oh my god, it's going to be Travis Scott on the Rock. At least the Rock's going to be there. And then Travis Scott walked out.
Yeah.
Did a really long entrance. Got pinned down by Cody for the revenge. Cena was it whacked him with the belt, wasn't it? Or
Yeah.
in the whack him with the belt and got the pin.
Yeah.
And then the people online on social media and even people who put in the ring were thinking, what was that? Where was
Yeah.
the Rock? What happened
it was
to
awful.
Cena standing out?
Absolutely awful.
The people left there underwhelmed, I think.
And it made Cody look like a right tit. I remember saying to you as well, like, you made your big babyface champion look like a stupid idiot because you didn't want to hit him.
No, exactly. He didn't have it in him. Didn't have the guts in him
stupid.
To do it.
Stupid.
At that point, Cody went for a few months, and then the Raw after Mania was that wasn't a bad show. Then obviously Cena was starting his it's the problem as well. I said to you, he had 37 dates, wasn't it? So they're trying to cram in all these matches within a year with good build. It's never going to work. It's never going to work. So obviously with the Randy Orton thing, that was quite a good build for the pay-per-view. There had a few good segments, fine segments. He had a good match. Again, generally in WWE, there was nothing really that was outstanding or memorable.
Yeah.
You thought it was memorable that period?
No, I mean...
May time?
No, absolutely not. I mean, after Mania, I think it got worse. I think I think as well. I mean, I think I'm going to come off the month-to-month thing because I think this is where now the year starts to dip into the real shit period. Yeah. Because I think the worst thing they've done is the PR. The PR around WWE this year has been fucking stupid. Like, I remember, was it like the PR around WrestleMania was really weird? Like the way they were talking about it. Nick Khan was the way he was talking about certain things. Like the PR, and even having people like Travis Scott in WWE is stupid PR because he's a piece of shit, and he shouldn't be rewarded because he's been through a massive situation not long before, a few years ago, and now literally the PR on that is awful. It's just they don't hide away from their allegiances, and I think when it comes to that, people just sort of push that away and they don't really care. So I think the PR, the actual year just felt so depressing to be a fan, and no one really wanted to watch it because everything else was so shit, as well as the creative. So that's when it starts to get downhill from that point for me. Yeah,
I agree. I think honestly Cena and Randy Orton, that was an okay match.
Yeah.
The PR thing was pretty not great. Then I think Cena went on to, was it Punk and Cena?
Yeah,
it?
That Saudi Arabia.
That was a good storyline. Sorry, that was quite a good build. But I think people were starting to notice that. I think some of the people in the company were starting to put their fingers in their ears to what they want. Yeah. So, for example, if you skip a bit to, I think was it MITB in June, wasn't it?
Yeah,
that was in June.
Yeah,
and I think obviously when LA Knight, remember this, qualified, didn't they? Everyone was thinking, right, this is finally his chance to get the briefcase. Now, once it's just in the internet, I think everyone was behind, like winning that.
Yeah.
That Money in the Bank match. So it's just time now. They're going to finally do it. And obviously we had Money in the Bank. I mean, what happened there, didn't we?
Yeah.
Who won it?
It was
Who won
Seth
it?
because we were like annoyed that he won it because he
Yes,
didn't need to win it. Yeah,
yes, that was it.
yeah,
Because Seth was now building his vision group, wasn't he?
yeah,
Which is, I think, were quite good.
yeah,
Recruiting two new stars. I think it's helped them. It's made
yeah,
them mega stars now in the club,
yeah.
which is great. Um, but obviously,
But
I
yeah,
think a lot of the fans wanted LA Knight to have his chance, and obviously, LA Knight didn't.
even
And that's
anyone in
where,
that match, I think I would
yeah,
have preferred. But yeah,
yeah. So that people were getting a bit frustrated that fans weren't being listened to. It's just
yeah,
basically being like what they wanted, what they think we think, what they think we want.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And yeah, I remember my big blowout. Remember that? I said, right, I'm
Yes,
done.
yeah, yeah.
I was really annoyed.
Which
So I
was,
thought, right,
yeah,
I'm taking a break from W because I'm getting bored of it.
yeah, yeah,
I'm tired of it. Turn
yeah,
the show off.
yeah.
So that wasn't great.
No, right. I'm just gonna check something. Okay, it's fine. I was worried my mic was muted. From can you speak for me?
Test 1, 2,
Yeah.
3, 4,
So I
5.
want to make sure your audio is fine as well. So yeah, yeah. So one of those. It's just been a bit of a shit time from that. And then I think what we'll talk about from now, I think, is creative as a whole. I think my thought process on the creative this year, I've been really stuck on. They just want to. There's something about Triple H that just can't deal with the fact that sometimes people want to criticize his product, which I think
Yes.
everyone has a right to do,
Yes.
because not everybody is a perfect booker, as we've seen this year, and there are things to be critiqued. You don't watch a film and not critique it because you might just disappoint the director.
I agree. I think. So I think it's funny because I said to you, I think he burnt out. I think
Yeah.
he did some fantastic creative in late 22, 23, 24. And I think it got to 25 and he was sort of struggling for ideas. And I think
Yeah.
I wouldn't say his passion's gone for it, but I think his good ideas are already done. I think he's done with it. I think what was the period when he was to go about the internet fans or fans? Was that around SummerSlam time in the
I
summertime?
think it was around that time, yeah.
Yeah. So again, as you get through to the summer, again there was nothing really outstanding. I think people were getting a bit tired of the constant advertisement as well. The PLE schedule as well. They were hammering out these events so close to each other with SNMEs, then the pay-per-views, then counter programming AW, which is very petty, I think, from
Really
WWE.
petty, really stupid.
It's another thing they're starting to worry now about AW again now.
Yeah.
Which we thought would stop now Triple H being taken over, but no, they're just as well because they need to get every single penny they can.
And also, what annoys me is they are so petty, and little things like JR was talking about that he would have done John Cena's last match. He would have commentated it, and he believes that Tony would have let him do it, but Triple H, there was no word at all from him. Like the little things like that. There's just nothing. You could just put bygones by bygones and have these little moments. Like that would be great to have JR on his last match. You had JR on Undertaker's match with Roman Reigns, which was potentially going to be his last match before he came back. These little moments have these meaning. And Triple H, one thing I praised Triple H when he came into WWE as the chief content officer was how much he opened the WWE's fans' eyes with the other wrestling. He mentioned they didn't shy away from mentioning promotions anymore like they used to with Vince. They wanted to showcase that more, but now it just feels like we'll buy a company, sure, or we'll be really in partnership with that company, but we won't showcase other companies because,
Just about to say that they could happily buy AAA and they can work with TNA. Of all the years of their blanking TNA,
yeah,
they finally work with them only because they can get their talent to further elevate WWE.
Which it bothers me as well because they released this talent and they showcased the talent they just released on TNA, which is now partnered with them. So why fucking release them in the first place?
I think they're better than
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. So that I agree with. And as you get to like August in the year, there was the random Cena face turn. Obviously, the heel turn wasn't working. The problem with that heel turn was Cena needed to be there 365 days this year to make it believable, to make it impactful. People were just not buying it. It's a shame because it came about 10 years too late.
Yeah, it did.
But the fans weren't buying it. I think eventually they knew, but the way they turned him face, I think, was so lazy.
Yeah.
Just you could have literally made it like I said to you. I think my pitch for it would have been at SummerSlam, have Cody win the belt, and then maybe Cody's next challenger would come out, or some kind of
Yeah.
involvement, and Cena would sort of turn around the ramp. Would you say then he'll turn around and run down?
Yeah.
That'd be a great pop, good end to the show. But they were that lazy. They couldn't think of how could we'll just make him do a face promo.
Yeah,
That's it.
Yeah, and that's been the year. That's been the year. That's been the lazy. That's what they've been. They've been lazy. They've been lazy. The WrestlePalooza was a lazy PLE. There was an absolute trash fest.
Terrible.
There was snooze fest.
Terrible.
Honestly, why they chose to have Brock Lesnar, John Cena, is ridiculous. And that match in this year was complete waste of time. It was pointless, absolutely pointless. And that is just on stack with other things that they did this year.
I agree. The as you get into August, obviously there's controversy with Brock Lesnar coming back. Some people were against it. Some were on bed. For me, I'm not overly that bothered by it. Some people were against it. Obviously, their opinion. That's their opinion. So people weren't happy with it. Absolutely, they should be heard.
Yeah.
Again, I think it was a thing of we're getting desperate now because I think a lot of people are now starting to see through the BS with WWE and go to WWE.
And
so
also,
we need to get
I think Brock was also an indicating that how much they didn't care anymore. They showed they don't give a shit about what people think anymore. They don't care if they think they are a slimy company that deals with these people. Bringing Brock in, I don't even care like what you think of that stuff, but having him in at all, but with all that, with everything going on, when you didn't need him against Cena, definitely. It was like, well, that's it. It's opened the floodgates now. You might as well fucking bring, in. You know what I mean? You might as well bring him back. Because what's the point? Yeah. You've brought back someone that's a big controversy name, and it's just stacked onto these other things, and it's like, that was my point. I remember talking to you. That was my point where I was seriously considering, which I still am, seriously considering fucking off. And that had enough, because bringing someone like that in this moment, on top of all the shit you've delivered us this year, is like, well, that's it.
No,
don't give a shit anymore.
No, and then what was it? September was WrestlePalooza, and that was pretty atrocious.
Yeah, it was terrible.
That was
terrible
4 matches, and it was terrible.
Yeah,
the women's match was the best of the night, wasn't it? I can't remember what it was, but there was a women's match on there.
Stephanie and Io.
Yeah, I think it might have been that. Yeah, that was quite a good match. Cena got squashed, so they could have easily done a 20-minute.
Yeah.
Like a brawl, but they were trying to make Brock look great, and then to the expense of Cena. And what was in October? The PLE. It was quite good. We said that should have been the PLE for September. What's it?
I can't remember what it was. We had also Evolution, which was really good this year.
Yeah, the women's pay-per-view was quite
really
good. The women's division has been quite strong this year. Women's division.
Yeah, it has. Weirdly.
What's the pay-per-view in October?
I can't remember what it's called. Yeah, you have to Google it now, because. Jack, what was the pay-per-view?
Crown Jewel in Australia.
Very nice. Yes.
So, that was the pay-per-view that had Cody and Seth on there. That was a great match. There's some other matches in that were quite good, and a lot of people were saying that that PLE was way better than WrestlePalooza.
It was.
So I think again that's another reason as to why I think the booking was pretty. If you look at it, the amount of money they spent on the ESPN deal was crazy, and for the show they produced, it was terrible. So but again, I think as we get to October, then it went to November. It was getting close to Cena's final match.
Yeah,
that's where it started the last time is now tournament to tell his opponent. So yeah, again, people weren't too thrilled with that either. But as we got towards that Survivor Series November, that was pretty rough show, wasn't it?
I just yeah. Oh, that was bad, wasn't it? I mean, the women's War Games was better than the men's. The men's was dreadful, and yeah, it was just this year. It's just been a chasm of that, hasn't it? Like, you think it couldn't get worse in this month? It slightly gets better again, and then it goes right down here again.
I think if you look at also again, Survivor was in a stadium. Why would all have got to be in stadiums for? Because these used to be the Big Four, wasn't it? The Big Four PLEs, and they made them like exciting for these shows more than other shows, and now they're trying to make every show the same. It's not working. Like why is Elimination Chamber in a stadium?
No. Yeah.
Why is the viruses in a stadium? You know, stadiums, I feel like like a SummerSlam or a WrestleMania, 2 key points in the year.
Yeah.
Survivor is a big show, but it's the end of the year.
Yeah.
So
Literally.
storyline wise, things start to wind down and actually get into the year.
Yeah.
And that was a dreadful show. The War Games, I think, has got to be stopped now for a while because it's the same. It's just jumping off things, and I don't know. I just find it the same because you're restricted in the 2Ks, aren't you?
Yeah.
There's only so many things you can do.
Literally, yeah.
And the Io Sky spot when she put the fucking trash can on her head and jumped, that was just crazy. That was dangerous.
Yeah.
Dangerous, actually.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. I agree. I just think we've hit a brick wall. I think with WWE Creative, where I think they just think they rely on certain aspects. They rely on these big guys like Cena. Now he's gone. We're really going to see how they're going to struggle now.
Oh yeah, I think with that tournament, a lot of people were saying that it was going to be Gunther as Cena's final opponent, but it seemed obvious because he's been out. Was it 4-5 months at that point? Left in,
Yeah.
So it's good to interview. It was just after WrestleMania, wasn't it? He left.
Yeah.
It's been out for 6-7 months. So obviously they advertised him back at the tournament. People were thinking that Triple H is a big Gunther fan.
Yeah.
Oh no, it was SummerSlam.
SummerSlam, yeah. He was back then.
He lost to was it Punk?
I think so.
In the world title match.
Yeah, it was. Yes, it was. Yeah. Yes, it was.
I think so, yeah. So as we got to end of this year, people were thinking yes, it's going to be Gunther in the final match.
Yes. No, I just had a thought because I realised because CM Punk beat him because that's when Seth cashed in.
Yes, because he beat and again Then that's another catastrophic failure to me is the division faction has been a catastrophic failure in terms of what a faction is. They obviously with Seth getting injured didn't help, and they had to sort of turn on basically write Seth off the storyline. So basically not disband the group, but sort of redo the group
basically
again.
Do it again without Seth,
And then as we got to in Survivor Series, also we had the mystery man appear, and how we know how that turned out. It turned out terribly because it got overshone by Cena's final retirement thing.
Yeah. And
they weren't sort of carrying on like they were, but not to the extent of like who's the mystery man? Who's the mystery man?
Yeah.
They should have really revealed it. Because again, stadium shows need to be big.
Yeah.
They got the big moments. That would be the perfect time to have the person take off the mask.
Yeah.
And say, "Oh my god, it was Austin Theory." That would have got a bit of pop.
Yeah.
Obviously, we saw his reveal last week, and that crowd was dead.
It's terrible.
That crowd was so dead. They should have done it. Also, one in the ring. You could have it in the ring.
Yeah.
Right in his face, not with other people in the crowd, sort of distracting the view.
Yeah.
Center stage, pull the mask off. Boom, big pop.
Yeah.
But they didn't want to do that. So that was another mistake. But again, you've got people like Bron Breakker, Bron Smith that have come out of that group, and they're looking pretty good. For some reason they want to put Logan Paul in this group. It doesn't work.
No, it doesn't work.
Doesn't work.
Should be on his own.
Logan Paul's not a a
group guy. No,
person.
He's not.
He's his own star.
Doesn't work.
Also, I think it takes the light away from like Bron Breakker. I think should be the sort of the next person they're looking at. Building round.
Okay.
So again, that's why I thought he should have been the one that retired Cena.
Yeah.
Not Gunther.
Yeah, probably.
In my opinion.
Yeah. No. Yes. Yeah. We'll come to that. Obviously, the last match, Cena's last match, was just dead, wasn't it? It was just sad. Just sad. It's just sad, really.
And it was sad as well that he had no book whatsoever at all.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it wasn't Cena's fault. It was WWE. They thought 36 dates would be good enough.
Yeah.
To have a thing where people look back and go, "That was a great tour." And
I know.
You said Cena was committed to doing a full year.
It was.
How amazing
that didn't.
How amazing would it have been for for example, Punk and Cena storyline to have like 4 weeks of building of that match rather than just having
months.
Yeah,
months. Yeah.
They could Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
And obviously as well, they were committed to having Travis Scott and The Rock. Was it Travis Scott and someone else?
I'll pause you because you're frozen.
And you frozen for me as well.
It was also a very like your face swapped in like a really weird way. I didn't think you'd want to be on that frame for long.
Yeah, you froze as well for me, by the way.
Yeah. Okay. It's fine.
you want to say words again? Or do you want to carry on?
Just carry on from that point. I think.
Yeah. So as I was saying that the the celebrity involvement with Travis Scott, they were adamant on Travis Scott and Logan Paul, wasn't it? Or no, Travis Scott and Logan Paul.
Mm-hmm.
Then they had to, obviously Travis Scott pulled out quickly, so they had to quickly change creative, and that was terrible. That match was terrible.
Yeah.
So and eventually we then got to the end of this year. So last week, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
We could go today. We've seen his last match, and that show was SNME was a terrible show. Again, it was terrible. I think the whole matches were booked badly. The Cena match, after reflecting after a week of it, the match, I wasn't happy with the ending of it. I don't think Cena should have lost that match, for being honest with you. I get the idea of making someone look like a star, but what I don't understand is from the way they're trying to get away from the Vince McMahon feel of the company, make it a modern day company. So why in that case, then why are we keeping these old traditions here?
Yeah.
Putting someone over as you leave.
Yeah,
that shouldn't be the case. You would get it in boxing, wouldn't you? If there's a boxing match, a title match, or a darts match, we'll let someone win because they're leaving. It's not possible. So if we're trying to treat this as a sport, some of us that shouldn't apply.
Yeah.
So the match itself wasn't too bad.
The match was decent. Well, the match was good, but it was just the ending deflated everyone because of what.
The ending was so deflating. I thought they would have thought send the fans home, I think, happy and have a bit of a happy moment. But no, and I still say this. I still think Gunther is the wrong person to
do it. Yeah.
Because he now needs to be like the new Brock Lesnar from next year onwards.
Yeah.
He's got to win the Rumble. He's got to win the belt at WrestleMania. He's got to retire AJ Styles, retire possibly Brock Lesnar. If he doesn't do any of those, or all of them, then I think it's been a waste.
Yeah.
Because being someone like John Cena in the final match, you've got to be,
you have to be,
to the moon.
Yeah.
Will they do that? I don't know. No. We'll have to see.
Yeah, have to see. Yeah. But yeah, really, that just sort of obviously I think caps off perfectly there because of Triple H being booed in front of the audience.
Yes.
As he comes out. It's almost like the year in itself has collapsed on him, and he gets that treatment, which I think he does deserve in that moment.
People were angry with what they've had this year. They're not happy with it. Yeah. And if he's so happy, that's another issue. I think with the current why are we having this guy come up to every single thing? Why is he doing the intro to the show? Why is he doing the vignettes? Why is he in WrestleMania adverts for? Can you imagine Vince doing that? Vince McMahon doing the intros to all the PLEs, adverts. I think he has his own ego. He has to be centre of attention, or take the moment away from someone. Like, did he have to go shake George's hand on the ring? Let's see. Don't try and get that limelight off people.
Literally, yeah.
Did he have to introduce him at Boston, his hometown? Didn't we have to do it?
No.
I know Vince did it because it was 25 years when he was here before he left. He did it for the 25th anniversary, or 20 years it was.
Yeah.
But it just had to get him out there. Like the Netflix debut, had to make him the first person on there. It's all about me kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I hated that. And then you got the prices of this world, the ticket prices. They're making billions of dollars each year, the most money they've made, yet they're in debt. And the prices they charge are criminal.
Yeah, criminal. Ridiculous.
Nick Khan, all he cares about is the money in our pockets.
Yeah.
All he cares about is the money in our pockets to make sure that we're the mugs that are going to pay, we're the mugs that we're going to watch it. And I think people now are starting to wake up a little bit and say that, no, we're not going to watch that or cut with it. We're going to voice our opinions more.
Yeah.
Or turn off.
Exactly, yeah.
Not watch.
Yeah. I think that's the point I agree with the most. Like, they really did turn on the fans this year. And after, 3 solid years, I'd say, of that being turned on its head, it's all been rewiped. Like, no one's going to remember Triple H in this moment now because of his great booking in 23, 24, 22. They're going to remember him because he sold out to the Saudi paycheckers.
Yes,
that's not the WWE. So
yeah, the WrestleMania stadium. That's where I think you would ask most American fans, where would you think WWE should go for the first WrestleMania? No, a lot would probably say like England. I think a lot would say the UK. In generosity, I know France has been great with the crowd, but the English fans have been
there forever.
Wrestling has its roots in England, really.
Yeah,
old-fashioned wrestling, and the support for WWE in the UK has been, I think, has been that level for years. It's never dipped, never gone down.
Yeah.
So I think, and you look at when they did come to the UK, you know, with Money in the Bank, the
Crystal
Clashing Castle
Castle,
in
yeah,
Scotland.
and
Decent
Wales.
show when it comes to Raws, the shows aside, even the fucking live events.
Yeah,
We went to one live event on
yeah, yeah,
Monday night,
yeah. Was
and it was half full. I'd say about 8% full
yeah,
for a Monday night, a work night. That was full. So the passion is there, but and they had this false sense of hope with the we're negotiating with the Mayor of London,
yeah,
and then turns out Sarah Bridges paid hundreds of millions of dollars
yeah,
probably.
yeah,
Like, yeah, we'll go there. Fuck the fans.
yeah. Pretty much.
How many fans are going to travel to Saudi Arabia?
Yeah.
International ones. I don't think many will.
No, no, I agree. So yeah, that kind of brings us to the end portion now, where I want to talk about what you think or what we think they could do to improve it and to go into next year better.
Um, I would improve it by, I think, oh, I listen to fans more.
Yeah,
I think, if you hear fans are backing someone, give that person a chance.
yeah,
I'm not just saying it, but if you look at LA Knight, for example,
yeah,
he gets his massive pop still after 2 3 years. It's not dying down. I think a lot of fans would like him to have him a bit
yeah,
of a one world title run,
yeah.
and they will not give it to him.
No.
They won't give it to him. I get Triple H is a bit his favourites. It's like a mini Vince, but he has his favourites. He's going to push them to the moon and back.
Yeah.
Which is fair enough. And I think as well we need to look at young talent.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
They need a big sort of push for young talents as champions. If you look at the current roster of world champions, a lot of them are in their 30s, 40s.
Yeah.
Where are the young guys?
Exactly. Yeah.
I know on SmackDown, I think Carmelo Hayes won the US title.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
So I mean, it could be a start of them.
Yeah.
Giving the youth a chance. So I think next year you need to focus on the youth. The Bron Breakers. And I think could be an exception only because people like to see the support pay off.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think he deserves it.
I think he does.
He's earned it. He's dedicated. He's been passionately dedicated.
Yeah.
And I think it could be a great run for him. But as well, I think the young talent. So the LA Knight, the Bron Breakers, the Bronson Reeds. I think Logan Paul, as much as I think he's terrible.
Yeah. Yeah.
He gets good reaction from the crowd as a heel.
Yeah.
Gunther, I've never been able to kill Gunther anyway, if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah.
I still think the same thing. For me, I don't have that connection or passion with Gunther.
Yeah. I mean, I like him, but yeah, I get what you mean. Like I said, he's a Marmite guy, but yeah. Yeah.
I think some creators on social media need to sort of just wind their neck in a little bit and just accept people have different opinions.
Yeah.
Because I think some people who do social media creation on wrestling think that their ideas are better than everyone else's.
Yeah, and then the only ones that matters.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah, it's one of those years that I do really think has really put a spanner in my works of watching WWE at the moment. It has really put that dampener. But I think one thing that would help is I think reduce the schedule, the pay-per-view schedule a lot more. Have less shows on for different things, and just have more moments. Like it feels like this year's had a smattering of moments here and there, and then it's just sort of been like the same episode of Raw and SmackDown every week for the past year. So it's really been difficult, and I think that's one of the things they could do next year to sort of improve it. But yeah, this year has been a dreadful year, I think, for WWE. I think it's been one of the worst definitely the worst in the Triple H era. But I think it's been one of the worst in its history, in my opinion, just because of everything from bad creative to bad PR to everything they've done to push that way is becoming one of the worst years in WWE, like 2019 was, sort of thing.
Yeah, no, I agree. Overall, am I confident on it?
No chance.
No, I don't think next year even will be any better. I mean, if you look at some of the rumors for WrestleMania for next year, I mean, is CM Punk Bron Breakker WrestleMania match? I mean,
no.
Not really. Doesn't get me excited, for being honest with you.
No.
Drew McIntyre, Cody Rhodes. I mean, how many times do I keep Drew having this chance for the belt and make him look like a dick? Make him look like a little bitch, whining and crying. sad. Um, Hopefully we'll get some maybe say there's some faces in NXT who are kind of
Over
the main
Femi's
roster,
good,
like
really good, yeah.
Femi's, yeah, but
Yeah.
some other they had a good impression. I think they'll be quite good if they go to the main roster next
Yeah.
year. Blake Monroe, fantastic. I'm a big fan of her. She'll be great. Imagine that would be, I think, a Blake Monroe at WrestleMania winning the women's belt could be great.
I think it'd be good.
She does some good matches. She's a good wrestler.
Yeah.
Got charisma, promo, everything.
Yeah.
But I just overall my confident no, but time will tell.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think that's a great place to end it for there. We're a nice little chat about what we think of WWE this year. WWE 2025 has been abysmal, has been dreadful. It got worse and worse throughout the months, and I think 2026 is going to be even worse. Not to cause what it is, but yeah, we'll see what happens next year. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me, Jack. It's been a great video to talk through it all, and we will see you in the next one. Until then, like, subscribe.
Merry Christmas.
And Merry Christmas! You'll get a speech. Ta-da!